Soul Family. How are you all? It's getting cooler today. My landlord, who's like the weatherman, comes up to me and he's all 95 today. I'm like, thank you, weatherman Bob. It's so funny. It doesn't matter. It's like in the middle of the day sometime I'll get a text message with the weather. It's funny. Oh, are you tired of being up in the tower? Look at. That's funny. She's such a pain in the ass. She's like, I don't want my food. I don't want in the house. I don't want outside of the house. I don't want anything that I'm given. I want anything that I'm not given. That's what I want. Whatever I can't have is what I want. And what you want to give me is not good enough for me. So we're just letting her enjoy not having at this moment. She starts to cry in the middle of the night for no reason. She gets put out of my room into the other room. She starts making noise the next time. Doesn't like it there either anymore now. So then I put her out on the patio after I feed her treats where she wants to be. And then she decides she doesn't want to hear. So then she just gets ignored until I'm ready. And then she can wander around and cry and have a temper tantrum. And basically it's kind of like, you know, a new mother who, anytime the baby makes a squeak, they lift the baby up, right? Oh God, please don't let the baby cry. I was like that. I would stay in my, this is the kind of mother I am. I would stay in my rocking chair in the baby's room. This is my son. And I would hold him. The first peep probably started at about, I don't know, it wasn't even midnight. And then I would just spend the rest of the night there in the chair, sitting up, holding my little prince. And I'm telling you, it's like Prince downstairs. And my little prince. And this is the one that my mother gave him the bell, right? The entitled one. Gave him the bell. Anytime you need anything, you just ring the bell, Master Devon. Yeah, and then somebody else in my life at one time said, oh, am I your master? No. You've tried it, but I don't like the way it works, so, you know, it makes me laugh. You don't want in, you don't want out. So you know what? You're just going to pretty much end up being ignored because that's what moms have to do at the end, right? We just have to ignore the baby and let the baby learn how to self-soothe because clearly they're not getting soothed with all the attention that they're demanding, right? They're just getting more and more obnoxious. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at the two boats crossing with the water skiers. And the one person's doing the tricks and the other one's barely hanging on. That's funny. See ya! Wouldn't want to be ya! That one's jumping the wakes. That one's me. Yay! I love jumping the wakes. That one's being towed along. Going in the wrong way. You want to get going in the right direction, same direction, then you better figure out, learn how to do it right. Okay, so today, oh, this is funny, you guys. After I give you what we're going to give you your choices, I got to tell you what just happened. It was pretty funny. Okay, let's see. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Lily. She's going to be one. We're going to use the Black Panther. That's going to be another. We're going to use the Coyote, the Trickster. That's going to be another. And we're going to use the Blue Owl. That's going to be another. They're all aspects of the same person. Okay? You got that straight? Let's do it again. Lily, the Coyote, the Blue Owl, and the Black Panther. Whoops! They're all the same person. Okay. Now I got to tell you. This is pretty funny. Remember I said how Spirit will use whatever, you know, what we consider our flaws or whatever. You know, we have to learn to love every aspect of ourselves. And we're going to burn rosemary on this situation. Yes, we are. Because I've got a lot of it. My landlord was trimming the rosemary. And I said, I'll take that. So, what was it? I said, you know, I'm not embarrassed anymore about the things that used to embarrass me. About, you know, what I used to think were my flaws. I'm not worried about them anymore. And, oh, I love this. I'm such a pyro. And so I go to my, you know, my YouTube channel and people have been leaving comments. And remember I said yesterday that I got all upset because I was hearing that a reader said that, you know, I was going to have some really nasty people at my work, do really mean things, say really mean things at my work, right? And I said, I should have just stopped when I saw the neck. Look at that. I burned it without touching my fingers. Isn't that awesome? How I should have just stopped when I saw the title, which said, oh, bad news at work, right? I'm not even going to take it on. So somebody thought it would be fun to or Or maybe they just feel this way, but I think it's funny because it doesn't affect me. So I go to my page, and there's notifications, right? My YouTube channel. And one person says, you know, thank you for whatever, you know, for what you do. You're a light, and it builds me up and encourages me. Thank you for the effort, or something like that, right? It was nice. And I went to, like, you know, give them a comment, and I couldn't find it. So it shows it's there, but it must be hidden or something. It's weird. And then there's this one this morning, and it says, I don't know what you're talking about. And by the way, you talk too much. And I said, it's not there, because I answered the person, and I said, well, my dear, rude and ignorant friend, there's a simple answer to that. You simply don't have to listen. And then I blocked them from my page and muted them, their response, and deleted the comment, because I thought, I'll let you guys know, right? I'm not hiding it, but I don't need it on my page. I don't need ignorance on my page, right? And I thought to myself, if you think that that's going to bother me, think again. Oh my God, it made me laugh. It actually made me laugh. That people would actually take the time to be a complete asshole, right? Oh God. Okay. So, today, in honor of that delightful comment, we're going to work with the vampire deck, right? Vampires, you like to just drain your energy, suck your energy, be nasty, whatever. But they've got lessons for us too, right? My lesson was, don't even entertain them. Block. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. You're going one way, I'm going the other, right? You can barely stand up. I'm jumping waves. Oh, I'm laughing. Okay, so at 7 minutes and 6 seconds, we're going to start with, who are we going to start with? We're going to start with Lily. Yeah, the one who thinks she's entitled to everything coming to her. There we go. Oh, this is so perfect. Okay, so here, this is the hunter. Look at that. Look at that face. Look at that face. Oh my God, this is funny. Aggressor, tracker, provider. This is when you think that you've got to hunt it and you know, hunt it down and kill it. And you're the winner. I'm the winner. I'm the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Right? Oh God. This is when you're taught that this is what you need to do. These are people who don't want anything unless you don't want, unless, like if you're going after somebody, I like this person, I'm going to go after this person. But then if the person shows any slight interest in you, they don't want you. They're like, no, I have lost interest. I don't want it. I have no interest in you. I only want people that don't want me. Don't you understand that? It's like Lily. Doesn't matter what food you give her. You can give her the finest of foods. She doesn't want what you give her. She only wants something that she hasn't opened up yet. If I would get a brand new can of food and she'll lick a little bit and then she's done. She wants something different. And right now, she's only eating treats. Hold on, I need to get the fan. A fan. Just a second. You know that song? I'm your greatest fan. I'm going to follow you until you love me. Oh, God. This is somebody who you don't want, right? Okay. And you've probably made it really, really clear on that's why they're so annoyed. They'll do whatever they have to do. I'll make you love me. So, because, you know, I only want you because you don't want me. And in all reality, I really, really don't want you. And the problem is my own, because I have this such a poor self-esteem, this lack of self-esteem, that I feel like, I don't know, I can't allow myself to love. I can't allow my feelings to be real, because what if you turn me down? If I show myself for who I really am and you turn me down, then I'm going to get hurt. So instead, I'm going to hunt you. I'm going to hunt you. I'd rather, and remember that guy who said to me, I would rather be a wolf in a, what was it? I'd rather be a wolf in a, actually he didn't say wolf, but I'm laughing that my higher self chose to say wolf. He said, I would rather be a hunter in a garden than a gardener in a, I would rather be, what did he say? Oh gosh, I wish I could remember it right now. I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And I said, well, you can be a peaceful warrior. You don't have, you remember the lion? The lion doesn't have to be aggressive. The lion doesn't have to be roaring and nasty and vicious. Sometimes the greatest strength a lion can have is kindness and gentleness and compassion, right? Guy had it all ass backwards, or my mom would say bass backwards. So maybe you've been taught this, right? That this is what you got to do. You got to hunt them down. You got to show them who's the boss, right? There's competition. That's what's going on. And you love the competition. Competition, that's the whole game, right? That's the only way you can get what you need. You can't get it on your own. You can't earn it, right? Like, you can't earn someone's respect. You've got to manipulate and lie and deceive and play all these crooked games and try and trick the person. You couldn't earn them. Look at him trying now. He's like, shit, she's leaving. I'm gonna go back, turn around, I'm gonna go back. Look at him. Oh, I'm laughing because, and the person in the boat jumping the waves, they're gone. They're like, they're so long gone. All you're getting is the fumes of the back of the boat. So, oh, this cracks me up. So there's a way to get what you need without taking it from someone else. You know, that's another thing. I don't want you unless someone else wants you. And if someone else wants you, then I'm going to fight. And I'm going to do whatever I can. I'm going to pull every dirty trick in the book to take you. Not because I want you. I just don't want them to have you. You know that song by Charlie Puth? You've been asking around, going to all the parties where I was, asking around town for where I am, but you don't want me. You never did. You just want attention. That's all you want. That's what Lily wants, attention. Right? This is a baby. This is a baby that's used to being spoiled rotten and everybody, you know, this is Donald Trump. Seriously. This is somebody who came into the world thinking the world owes you a living. And when everybody was listening to Obama at the what was that I'm probably going to piss all the Trump fans off, and I really don't, you know, sorry, but the guy's a moron. But they're all listening to him give this man who's eloquent, you know, has a decent family who loves him, the husband and wife. You've never seen such respect between husband and wife. Not like Donald Trump, who walks in front of his wife and who walks in front of the Queen. I mean, really? Guy has no respect for anyone. Well, everyone was watching that Obama with his speech. He was having an absolute temper tantrum because it was the first time that he wasn't getting any attention. And he's not used to that. It's like Lily, not able to survive in this house with Liger because when she came in off the streets and she had been hurt so badly and so much attention was given to her, even Liger stepped down. Liger said, you can have, you know, the best seats. You can have, look at. Oh, wait, you just missed the other one that already went back. The one that's whipping along. They just did a total flip on their air chair. They're way up out of their emotional waters. And where's the other one? Watch, in a while, I'll show you. I wish I could have shown you the flip on the air chair. That was funny. So here Liger gives up the best, right? You can have this seat, you can have that, it's okay. And then finally Liger decides, forget you, you're just a spoiled little bitch. And so now they kind of step out of each other's way. They have to cohabit. They have to. There's nothing else they can do. But, you know, Lily's not getting what she wants. She did for a very long time. She would even make herself sick because there are people like that. They're professional sick people. They will get themselves to the point where they'll get sick. They'll do something to even harm themselves. These are self-harmers. Why? To get attention. They'll do anything to get your attention. So what do? Starve their attention. Remember the 2 wolves I was feeding, and I decided I don't want either one of you. You know? I don't want the slimy turkey, and I don't want the fish. I don't want either one. You guys both go play your games in your man cave, and I'm going to have the cream of the crop. I'm going to have the emperor, right? I'm making cream cheese for myself. And actually, I'm not going to have the emperor. I'm going to be the empress. I don't need any of you. Oh, this is where we have to get to. So you got to figure out that you don't have to have this competition, because like I said with my readings, a lot of times when I'm working with couples, there's a competition between the people that love each other. They love each other, and it's generally not both of them. It's generally one that wants to compete, doesn't want to give in, doesn't want, you know, because then they feel like they're the failure. You know, if I allow them to see that I actually do love them, You know, I don't want to play this game anymore. Sometimes they get stuck and they've been playing the game and they want to get out of it. Like that guy that's going to follow on that boat, right? Shit, this didn't work. I don't want this, and it's making me feel really stupid and bad, and I'm not getting what I want. Lily's not getting any attention, right? She's not getting any attention. Liger's had his breakfast. He's got everything he wanted, and he's happily, comfortably relaxing in the other room. Whereas Lily has to go back and forth and pace, feeling ignored and not getting what she wants, and in the end has to just go to sleep anyway. But there's a different way of going to sleep at night where you feel good and you feel loved and you feel comforted, right? Liger gets lovies from me, gets his food. I spend time with him. He doesn't complain and bitch and act like a big baby, right? He gets to go to sleep and feel good. He's had lovies. He's had his belly's full. He feels good. Feels good about himself. And Lily, she's just all disgruntled and has to go to sleep anyway. So you can get what you want without being the hunter. You don't have to steal from someone else, right? Why don't you be friends? And you don't have to look at this. The person that's kicking ass, they've actually gone down, flipped around, done their flips on their air chair, and they're going back. And the other person hasn't even come back around yet. Maybe this one is finally shaking the tail and just like, you know what? I'm over you. And they figured, oh, they're going to give up the game, right? It's a losing game. You know what you're going to do? You're going to lose what you actually want. You're going to lose a friend. You're going to lose a love. You're going to lose. And that's what you have to figure out. So if this is somebody that, this message is for you or someone connected to you. So how do you stop the game? You stop playing. You stop playing the game. You start exhibiting a little bit of tough love. It's like, look, you know what? I'm not cruel. You're fed. You're changed. You've been given attention. You've been given love. Right? You're given all the things that you need. But if you're going to be spoiled, manipulative, lying, deceiving, and hateful, you're not going to get my attention. You're like a petulant 3-year-old child that needs to be ignored until you realize. Just like the guy on my page, right? Was that supposed to hurt my feelings? Was that supposed to shut me down and get me into a puddle of tears? No, it made me laugh. I just realized how childish you are. That you would actually take the time to leave a comment like that. Go away. Go do something productive with your life, you know? So right now you got a fork in the road. You know, which way are you going to go on this fork in the road? Are you going to continue to pamper and basically enable this bad behavior? Because you're doing it, right? You are. I mean, if this isn't you that's doing this and you're sitting there with a red face, then this is you allowing someone to do this, just like me. How long did I go on? Lily's not dying. I spent $1,000 on vet bills to find out there was nothing wrong with her. She just wanted my undivided attention. In the middle of the night when she wakes up, she wants me to hold her all night long, right? She's not gonna die. And when I didn't look, and when she thought I wasn't looking, she's overeating the regular dry cat food. God. So right now you're at the fork in the road. And you're going to have to choose which way you're going to go, right? What are you going to do? How are you going to handle this situation? Oh, look. There goes the one person. Woo! Kicking ass. Did you see him kicking ass? And here comes the other one. They have gone up and down that lake. Do you see him jumping? You probably can't. He's totally jumped. There he is. Jumping the wakes. So the other guy's just barely holding on. And he's just started coming back around again. See, there's the message too. You're not having any fun. You're taking such an easy route, a safe route. You're doing this, or they're doing this, in order to protect their heart, right? In order to protect themselves so they don't get hurt. They're looking. They think this is what they look like, but they really don't. What they look like is a mess. They look ridiculous. It's embarrassing, but they don't. They think that they're looking like a big badass. Oh yeah, this person loves me. They're always there for me. No, you know what you're doing? You're showing very clearly that person, that's a really loving, caring person. That person is forgiving of your antics. That person is recognizing that you've got insecurity, you know, and you're not well. They know what you're doing, but they're not hateful and like you are. They're not mean. They're not petty. They don't try and hurt you back. There are people in the world who can see what you're doing, and they don't hurt you back. Because there's seriously a broken part of you inside that just really needs to be loved. But we're not going to be doormats. We're not going to continue to be treated like, you know, this ridiculous way that you're behaving, but I do. I feel sorry for you. Blessings on your journey. I hope you get well. You know? So, right now, this chase, you need to figure out the chase, what that's going on, and the character. And you need to integrate both parts of yourself. Ooh, yeah, look who's coming. Look who's coming. This is the wise one. The great blue heron. Look at, he's going to come right by the boathouse right there. Oh, gosh, he's so big and beautiful. So gorgeous. It's going to come on the end of the landing. I probably won't be able to see it land. Yeah, it's on the end of the boathouse. God, beautiful. You know, the crane, the blue crane, they know. They see an opportunity when others don't, and they know when to swoop down. They don't care about what other people think of you. Oh, all my friends, you know, they're going to think I'm a big sucker. You know, if all of a sudden I give in and I, you know, they don't know that I like this person all along, right? That's how they act. That's how I was taught. And they're going to think I'm a big baby. Who cares? When you're evolved and you ascend, it doesn't matter what other people think. You're denying yourself something clearly that you want, or you wouldn't be chasing for it, right? So you got to evolve both sides of yourself, because right now, clearly you lack courage. The opportunity's in front of you, right? You feel like you got to be the hunter, but why don't you hunt the own part of yourself that you feel the lack within? You figure that out and take action so that you can get what it is that you're actually longing for. You wouldn't keep going back around playing all these games if that person didn't matter, or if that situation didn't matter. And if it's just a matter of, you know, I got to be the winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner of the chicken. You can have that slimy chicken, right? That strong, active, forceful self. Maybe that's the job you were in. You were in some, you know, I don't know. You're living in a man cave, clearly. I don't know. It's almost kind of like it's like the Marines, you know, you know, or like the caveman club caveman mentality. I'm gonna smash her over the head and drag her back to my cave. That's the only way I can feel like a man. I can stand there and beat on my chest like a big gorilla. Okay. Oh my God. When you're that, you're ruthless. You know, you can start doing really nasty, mean things when you're that kind of a hunter, right? And then you get distracted from the actual amazing abilities that you actually have and the power that you hold within. And that, you know what? Sometimes I don't have to stand there and beat on my chest. I can actually show my gentle side. The side of me that actually is really me. The side of me that my big badass friends don't even know. That's who I really am. And I like that part of me. I wish I could just show myself for who I am. Well, do it. Do it. And then draw to you what you actually really love. Have fun. Is this game fun for you? I don't think it is anymore. It's not fun for me, that's for sure. This is about figuring out what you want, figuring out how to go after it in a proper way. And allow the hunting to take place on the inside. You figure it out. Oh, wait, look. There you go. There you go. But maybe you're just learning, right? Maybe you're just learning. So if you are just learning, good for you. But you know what? Stop the games. Drop the games. Stop the competition. Stop the manipulation. Stop all of that bullshit, because it's stupid. And it's just making you look foolish. Or them, right? Whoever this is applying for. Do your own work. Don't copy other people. Don't steal from other people, right? Don't manipulate. Don't lie. Step out from behind the curtain, Wizard of Oz, pulling all the strings, right? Playing all these different people, all these different parts when it's very clear that it's the same person. Jeez. Okay, this is the Blessed Bee cards too, for clarification. Look, see? A blessing to ease loneliness and bring companionship. So that's what's going on. It's lonely at the top. Are you having fun like that? You are looking like you are, right? Everyone else are your buddies, your He-Man, Cro-Magnon buddies. And you know what? They only are acting that way because, and they want you to do that because they don't want to lose your companionship. That's the truth of the matter. Do you understand that? They encourage this and want you to do this because they don't have anyone. They're insecure without you. That's why they encourage you to behave that way. So here, what ends up happening? You look like this, you think you look like this on the outside, but in all reality, this is what you are. You're lonely. So this is spirit not laughing at you. We're laughing because it's ridiculous, because it's so clear. But maybe you're learning these lessons. So learn the lessons. I've had to learn lessons where I've done stuff and it's been totally embarrassing, right? But you got to own up to it. It's like learning to laugh at yourself when you fall. When you get out there on that wakeboard, right? When you get out there on that wakeboard, now I got to tell you the God's honest truth. I can water ski on 2 skis. I can't wakeboard worth a shit. I face plant. I tell you, got a mouthful of water. And also skiing. I ski great. Ooh, look at the dragonfly. Ooh. I ski fantastic, right? But I never learned how to snowboard because I was fast on my skis, right? I was good at that. Now this is the same person coming along. They're getting stronger, right? They're going back and forth, back and forth. They're not as fast as the other one jumping, but they're getting stronger. So this is about practice until you get good at it, right? This is about not wanting to be before you are, right? This is not about stealing other people's work and copying other people's work, expecting everyone to, give it to you because you deserve it better than them. And the only way that you can do that is by undermining someone else and making fun of them or making them look bad, right? Because you're not as qualified as they are. Well, they weren't as qualified when they began either. None of us are. None of us are. And in relationships, if relationships are new and all you're doing is following what your friends did or your brother did, and that's all you know because you never really did much. 2 doves. Peace, harmony. So recognize that everybody has to start somewhere, right? And in order to, you recognize that doing it this way, yeah, you look cool to your friends, but you're by yourself. You don't have what you want. It's sad and it's lonely. And Spirit doesn't want that. They don't want any of us to be sad and lonely. They want us all to be able to reap the benefits of what's there and have what's available to us. So they're trying to teach us how to do it, right? I'm telling you, I could have done the same thing. My stepdaughter, Kendra, she and my daughter, they thought, okay, we're going to learn how to snowboard, right? And my ex, he didn't want to learn. He was a skier and I was a skier, and I didn't want to stop and waste the whole day sitting on my ass trying to learn how to snowboard. So I never learned. Kendra and Lisi was better than Kendra because she was shorter, right? It was easier for her to maneuver the snowboard. And so Kendra, she was trying. She was very tall and she had really long legs and she was a bit gangly, right? So the stepsister was better at one thing than the other. Stepsister. I hate the word stepsister. I didn't call them that ever, but I have to say it now because she's actually not my daughter. She was my stepdaughter. And so these two, they're skiing, and where were we? We're in Mammoth, I think. And I'm filming, and I'm proud of Kendra and Elise, both of them, because I couldn't do either. I couldn't do it at all. So Kendra goes off this jump. She wants to show off and do the same thing as Lisi did, right? And she has to do it bigger and better. She has to outdo her. So she goes off of this really big jump, and she looked great in the air. She looked great until she hit the ground, and she almost had it, but she was going a little too fast, right? It's like you're going ahead of yourself. Slow down, learn, right? But she had to go bigger and better because she had to show off. She wanted attention. She twisted and she bit it, and she tumbled all the way down the mountain. It was so bad. We're watching her. She looked like a limp rag doll. And I was holding my breath in my throat. There's nothing I could do. I was just like, oh my God. And so when she stopped, I thought, oh my God, is she okay? And are her legs broken, her arms broken, her back broken? No, she was okay. She was okay. So then as soon as we realized she was okay, oh my God, we laughed. We laughed, and isn't that awful? But we did. We couldn't help it. And she couldn't see that we were laughing, I don't think, but she knew. She was so angry. But you know what? She kicks ass snowboarding right now, and I can't snowboard at all. She took the time to learn, and And she was mad. She was mad. Her face was red. She was mad because she got embarrassed in front of everyone. But instead of allowing everybody, you know, to laugh at it, I've done that. I have. When I first learned how to ski, my best friend, she knew how to ski. And she took me up the mountain to Big Bear. And we went down the bunny slope. And oh my God, I was doing the snowplow, right? All the way down the hill. She was so patient with me. She knew. She was very patient. And this is what I'm saying. We've known what you've been doing and we've been patient. It's like Lily. We know what's going on. We know that you've had a really hard time and you've been abused and you got used to attention, but now you're taking advantage of that, and that's not okay. Right? So these ones, we know that there's hurt inside here that wasn't healed. But if you refuse to look at it and you refuse to heal that part of yourself, then you have turned now from being the one that was hunted, the victim, now you have become that. So it's you know, you've become the aggressor instead of the provider, instead of the one that actually goes out and goes after what the family needs. See, here's the one who's just minding their own business, learning, right? Whipping along, back and forth, jumping. Look at that jump. I know you saw him jump, right? Woo! That person's minding their own business. So that's what somebody said to me. Well, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. And the people that are lying and manipulating and pulling strings and trying to cause problems for me with my work and stuff, you want to pay for a reading? Go. I'll take the money, right? That's okay. I'm going to give you the information that Spirit wants to give you. If you just want to laugh and roll your eyes because you think it's just a joke and you're trying to find ways to manipulate things, or maybe you're trying to steal, I don't know what you're doing. I don't really care. I'm not feeling lonely. I feel good about my work. I'm giving you the messages that you need to hear so that you can heal aspects of yourself. And if you're open enough to understand that, you will then learn. And you can ease this loneliness. And instead of being enemies, you can be friends. It's not happy being by yourself. It's not happy. That feeling sucks. People aren't laughing at you saying that you're a joke. We're laughing thinking you don't believe that we understand what's going on. So for me and my part, what are we supposed to do? Like, what did my mom, the advice that I got was, you know, don't worry about why they're doing what they're doing. You just do your part. You just come from a place of love. What would love say? What would love do? Right? Give them the reading. You just put your, and I don't even care what you're doing or how you're doing it. Doesn't even matter, because I know the message that I'm getting, and if you laugh at how I deliver it, that's okay. I don't mind. It's not hurting. It's no skin off my nose, my grandmother would say, right? It makes me strong. I deliver my message. I can't, you know, stop who's gossiping behind my back, talking shit. And, you know, the ones that are ganging up together, you just basically show me who I don't want to have anyone around me anyway. I don't want a part of you anyway. And it's not me that has to feel bad about myself. It's you that should be ashamed of yourself. Hang out with your little pack of wolves, right? That's cool. I'm not embarrassed. I don't feel alone without your company. I know how to be alone and enjoy my solitude, right? So this is Spirit wanting to bring you a blessing. It's up to you whether you want to take it. And as I said, don't be insulted. This is you or someone in your life, right? Okay. It's just about, you know, lessons about how we can fix a situation. So now we're going to go to, oh, she just threw up. Didn't like it. So she just regurgitated everything. Well, that's what happens, Lily. That's what happens when you eat nothing but sweets, right? That's all she wants is the sweets. It's like when you give a child, if you keep giving them nothing but candy, they're going to throw up. It's not good. She needs to have proper, solid food. She'll figure it out. So now we're going to go to the Black Panther. And we're going to go to the Fairy Tale Oracle. It doesn't feel good, does it, Lily? You need to go eat some proper food. And don't worry, you guys, like, oh, there's something wrong with Lily. No, there's not. What's wrong with Lily is that she's been eating nothing but very rich food. And you know, if you give a kid, like my grandmother, she opened up condensed milk. You know that sugar condensed milk? Oh my God. I don't know what she was making, but it was super good. I was allowed to lick off the spoon, right? And I loved it. So when my grandma wasn't looking, I took the whole can and I was sitting underneath. I was hiding somewhere. I think she came and she found me. And she's so mad at me. She says, you know what? Do you like that? And I said, yes. And she goes, good. She goes, because that's your lunch. And I want you to finish it. And I was getting sick. And she's like, no, that's your lunch. You're eating that. That's what you're eating. And I was so sick. Just like Lily. You can't just have all sweets. Sometimes you got to have the lesson. Okay, here we go. Upside down. So this is the wild wisdom of the fairy oracle. So here we see beauty's truth. Now, this is a separate message. Oh, we started at 35 minutes and like what, 35 seconds? So 35. So 3 and 5 is 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 6 and 1 is 7. You're on the right path and it will exceed your expectations. I'm getting better with my simple math, aren't I? And am I embarrassed that I'm really bad in math? Nope, it's just not my thing. Okay, so beauty's truth. So here you see this fairy, very comfortable with her body. She's open, naked, vulnerable. She's leaning on this adorable little toadstool. Beautiful butterfly that's come and rested on her. She's not chasing after that butterfly, right? She realizes, I mean, she looks perfect. To me, she looks perfect. But I bet she, at one time, didn't see the perfection in herself. Because when you're upside down, you don't see the perfection in yourself, right? And that may be a reason why you're not allowing yourself to be open and the truth of who you are, because you're finding the faults within yourself. I have got, and now, oh my God, I wish you could have seen what just happened. They just did a complete flip on that air chair. I wonder if they'll do it again when we're watching. No, oh my God, it was amazing. Like a complete circle flip. It was amazing. So the person that we were talking about, these are all going to kind of blend. They are going to all kind of go together. It can be separate, but they're all going to kind of go together. This person has recognized that they don't have to be perfect. The problem is, when I look in the mirror, right, I see my abs. I told you yesterday, my abs aren't rock hard. I've got cellulite right here. Right here. My ass is not hard and super high and round in the back right here. Happens after you have a couple kids, you know. I've gotten a lot, my arms are a lot better, but you know, so you sit here and you pick apart all your flaws. Like, what are your flaws? The wrinkles on your face. I've got wrinkles on my top lip. I never smoked, but I whistled all the time and I always drank with a straw, not realizing that after a while, the collagen isn't there and you get these lines on your lips, right? So I'm all embarrassed. So you sit there and you find all of the flaws with yourself, right? And you see yourself like this. But other people look at you and they actually see past your outer beauty. And you actually may be physically, you may look like this. Like when I look at this person, I think, wow, you're adorable. I'm looking at all the things that what I find really cool about you is your self-confidence. You're not worrying about what other, I don't have that confidence. So I look at that and I think, wow, I love that, right? And there's a person that will go out there and push it, right? Push it on that air chair. That person that I'm watching on the air chair, I bet I can catch that person wiping out. They're pushing it. They're trying to excel. They're trying to get better and better. And they're not going to do it perfect every time. They're not worried about everybody else watching and in case they fall. When Lisi wiped out my daughter, there was a difference between Lisi and Kendra. There really was. My daughter doesn't have a lot of confidence in certain things, but you wouldn't see it on the outside. She rocks what she's got. I miss my daughter right now. I'm missing her a lot. I need to go see her. She's 5 feet tall. And she put on a lot of weight when she went through the stage of not feeling good about herself, right? And then she worked really, really hard in the gym and she took off all this weight. She's not back down to where she wants to be, where she once was. But she rocks what she's got. She's confident and she's fun. And when she would wipe out, she would laugh. She would laugh before anyone could laugh at her. She was laughing. She knew. Like this person that's still trying, right? This person's going. They're going back and forth, back and forth. I gotta tell you, I couldn't go that long as that person going slowly behind that boat. There's no way I could go back and forth that many times. My legs would be freaking killing me. So I'm sitting here and, oh look! Did you see them jump? They jumped! Okay, see how excited I am for them? They did it! They've gone back and forth all those times and then they just jumped and they didn't fall. And then when you have a person acting like that goes for it, right? They put themselves out there. They don't worry. They're like the crane and the blue heron. They don't worry about what other people think. They dance to their own drum. They're not worried about keeping up with the Joneses like that. Like this one, right? So worried about how they appear on the outside. I got to be perfect, right? This one, you can easily turn yourself back around. I am too. I'm working on it. I am. You know what I'm doing? Check it out. This is a big deal to me, you guys. I'm sitting out here and I don't have my arms covered up. That's a big deal for me. My arms aren't perfect. But I have spent so many summers covered at my arms, so uncomfortable because I was hot, but I didn't want anybody to see that my arms weren't perfect. So what was it that I was supposed to do? Go down in the gym that's there. Improve what you don't like about yourself, but show yourself for who you are. And maybe it isn't about your body. Maybe it's an aspect of your insides that you're shy, or that you're not very well spoken, or you don't say the right thing. And, you know, your brother says all the right words. Your brother, you know, yeah, but your brother's full of shit. He's a liar. He's a manipulator. He's a shyster. You may not come up with the perfect words, but you're honest and you're genuine. You are seen like this. You're seeing yourself like this. But the world sees your honor and your goodness and your decency. You're over there hanging out with the butterflies. Butterflies literally land on you. They come to you because they feel safe with you. They feel comfortable with you. Do you think that they feel safe and comfortable to land on someone like that? Hell no. You need to see yourself for who you truthfully are. 2 and 5 on its own, 2 and 3 on its own is 5. A significant change taking place in your life at this time. This is growth for you. This is about embracing who you truthfully are. This is about radiating your own beauty and recognizing that it's your job to figure out what's so beautiful about yourself. I'm super proud of this person. They're back. They're back. Let's see if they can do it again. I'm telling you, they have got strength. They have gone back and forth. Now there goes the other one going fast, right? Now look how close they are. That one's going fast. But they weren't always going fast. Look at that. Did you see it? That person did a backflip. Oh my God. They did a backflip and then a front flip. And anybody can get to that place. All it takes is practice. Practice in positive affirmations. You tell yourself you're good. And you know what? If you don't like something about yourself, improve it. I didn't like the way my arms look, so every night I'm down in that frickin' gym in the heat. And my arms are not perfect. They're not, but they're a lot better than they were. And that's where my daughter said to me, Mom, you know, she says, you're never going to get your arms back. And I said, yes, I will. You watch. And she says, well, I can't, and I've been trying all this time. And she goes, you need to just be happy with what you've got. And she's right. Be happy with what you've got. She's not staying hidden in the house anymore. She spent a year of her life hidden in the house, not going out. Now she's like, I'm not wasting my life. I'm going to enjoy my life. So if you don't like something about yourself, your personality, about something about your outer self, you're not good at a subject, or you're not good at a sport and you want to be, then practice, and recognize that nobody is perfect from the get-go. We all had to learn how to walk. Our mom wiped every one of our asses. We all had to be spoon-fed when we were little. Nobody went straight from being born to cutting and eating a steak. And that's just the simple fact. So right now, recognizing the beauty in yourself doesn't make you, oh my God, I'm watching this guy flip. It's incredible. I could never do, I could probably, but man, I don't know. I don't know if I would ever have the nerve to do what that guy's doing. He literally did to do a frontward flip and then a back flip right afterwards, that's practice, man. But I can get to the place where I feel confident enough that I can sit out here and realize that, you know what? I've got animals that actually come to me, even though it took me a long time to realize that they're really milking it with me, you know? Prince knew what house to come to, right? To get the love that he deserved. Lily knew what house to come to. All my animals are rescues, right? They came to me and I love them and I take care of them. But I even had to learn that enough is enough and put boundaries down. So right now, all of the things about yourself, It's within your power to change. It's within your power. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to look good. There is nothing wrong with that. Some people will say, oh, you know, you're so vain and it doesn't matter. Well, maybe it matters to me. If there's something that I can change about myself to make it better, I want to. It matters to me. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's also refusing to see that others see the beauty within you and without you. There is something amazing about you that you have. You just have to look for it. And then you have to tell yourself that. And you know what? I had a really hard time with this, denying compliments. I have to catch myself and go back and say, you know what? Thank you. I'm learning to accept compliments. It's hard for me. But I deserve them. Just like you deserve them. When we push them away, it's like we're saying we don't deserve them. So allow people to compliment you. Compliment yourself. But be careful that you don't flip over and go this way, because you can. This person started out like this and then became like this, right? We want to be like this, open, vulnerable, naturally beautiful, where a butterfly feels safe to come and rest right with you. Not vain, not vainglorious like this, but just naturally beautiful from the inside that radiates on the outside. I'm watching those guys out there and I'm so impressed. I can't stand it. And both my girls, I gotta tell you, and I still call Kendra my girl. I love her. They're both amazing snowboarders and I still can't. So I'm not being a show off, right? I'm not cutting someone down. Okay, we're gonna go to the Trickster. And remember the Heyoka? The Heyoka empath? That's the one that comes forward and makes you laugh at yourself. They show you what's going on so that you can learn from your own mistakes. We all make them, right? That's what the medicine of the Coyote is. The medicine is that we need to learn to laugh at ourselves and realize that the world is not laughing at you. We're laughing with you. I always give the example of my best friend's little girl, Grace. She's such a little light, just like her mom. She's just a ray of sunshine. And she's a little actress, right? And she goes out on the stage and she's so funny and she's so happy. She just literally radiates the sun. And it's interesting because they're both Leos. It's so cute. So Grace goes up to, she's in this play, right? She's starring in this play and everybody's at the playhouse and she goes to go up on stage. And as she's going up, she trips and she falls on her face. And her mom in the audience goes, oh! And she starts to laugh. Grace. She laughed before anyone. Like, you know, with Kendra when she wiped out. She started to laugh. Now, that's what my daughter would do. She would be laughing so hard. We would think she's crying because she's just bitten it. She's lying on her back. And you go up and she's laughing her ass off. She wasn't so worried about how she looked on the outside, right? And Grace started to laugh. And then everyone in the audience laughed. That's a good sport, right? We've got to learn to laugh at ourselves. Oh, my God. You know what I should do? I should put that guy's comment back up and say, you know what? You're right. I do talk too much. But, hey, if you don't want to listen, you don't have to. It's all good. I think I will. Okay, so we're going to the Trickster, and the Trickster gets her wicked ways. Ooh, there's the Ice Queen. You know what? Doesn't she look an awful lot like this one? Check it out. Look at her beautiful high cheekbones. Look at her eyes. Look at her eyebrows. Same one. There she is. 1 and 9 is 10. Something is over. Sometimes people never learn, right? Sometimes they just don't learn. It doesn't matter. They like being that way because it's easier to be nasty. It's easier to steal from somebody than to earn, right? And sometimes people go through their entire lives and never learn the lesson. So here we see this one. Her wicked ways. Okay. So some people look at you. I gotta find this one. They look at you like this, right? And they don't like to see your light. They're jealous of it. They don't want that. They don't want other people to like your light. They don't want you to be happy and excited and enthusiastic. They're like the little petulant girl who's watching Gracie go up to they're the one that is jealous that Gracie got the lead in the play because They think that they're better than Grace. I'm a much better actress than her, but you know what? You've got a bad attitude. And the teacher knew that Gracie was just a pile of sunshine. And that if she fell, she could turn it into, and what she did, she made it a part of it. She turned it into like the court jester, right? She turned it into part of the show. And everyone in the audience laughed, and it was awesome. Whereas if this one had gone up there and tripped, she would have had a temper tantrum, stamped her foot. Everyone would have felt uncomfortable, and it would have been awkward, right? So this little creepy little petulant one, she wants to rain on this one's parade. She wants to make it as difficult as possible. But Gracie's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry you're so sad and you feel so insecure that you have to be so nasty to everyone. It's not okay that you're nasty to everyone, because you're going to grow up to be that ice queen, that ice bitch. You're very beautiful, but you're nasty and you're hateful. And there's a reason that you're alone. No one wants to be around you because you're miserable. This one, this ice queen, this young one that's grown up to be this one, or maybe this one has got a child just like her. She likes to test people that aren't confident. This one, this beautiful, amazing one right here, that most of the time has felt like this because of what they have said about them. They like to test people like that. They know that, you know what, they're not very confident, so we're going to criticize you, and we're going to judge you, and we're going to ridicule you, and we're going to make you feel embarrassed in front of everyone. We're going to humiliate you. We're going to do everything we can, because that's the only way that we can feel empowered, by making you look stupid. But when you look at the nature of this one, I'm in love with this one. And then the mother and child like this, they think that they're so beautiful, but they're untouchable. They're cold. They're mean. Look at their faces. They're mean. This one, butterflies will come lay on. This one radiates grace and beauty. Grace, like my daughter, my best friend's child, right? This nasty one and her child, they'll plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Right? They're like the weeds in the garden. Weeds grow very easily. They spread very quickly. It's like gossip and nasty. You know, you spread nasty rumors about someone, that spreads like wildfire, right? It takes work to cultivate a garden. It takes work. I have to sit there and pick those caterpillars off of this. It takes time for me to do that, but look what happens when I do. I've got beautiful petunias, right? It takes effort. It takes time. I can make something grow from something that's almost dead. It takes effort. They don't want to do that. They would rather infest jealousy, angry words, nasty. They'd rather infect poison. They'd rather drop little... These are the angry birds that want to drop their bird shit all over your project instead of encourage it and help it to grow and be your friend and work with you. So if you don't pay attention to what's going on and you stay upside down and you allow this to continue to happen, you're going to have a really difficult time in your life. Your life is much more difficult than it needs to be, right? You need to pay attention to what's going on around you. You may not even understand why things are not going well. Are you somehow enabling this to happen? Are you staying in a toxic environment that you shouldn't? Are you keeping friends that you shouldn't? I posted something yesterday, a friend of mine posted, I laughed. She's a tattoo artist down at, and she's a piercer, actually, I'm sorry. She's covered in tats, but she's a piercer down in this body shop, Body Graphics down in Temecula, where I got my nose ring. And she posted this thing, and I laughed on Instagram, and I shared it. And it says, I gotta go get it. I gotta go tell you guys what it was, because I gotta get it word for word. It's pretty funny. I think it's like, stop hanging out with the assholes that don't like you. I think the message, hold on. Okay, hold on. No, this person just came back. The person that I wrote. I have no idea what you're talking about, that person. They wrote back. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to allow their comment. Maybe I won't. You know what? Why give them airtime, right? Oh, I'm laughing. Okay, just a sec. I came in here for a reason. The song right now is playing. Maybe you're taking my shit for the last time. Okay, hold on. maybe you've taken my shit for the last time. And the girl's like, you know what? I don't need a white horse and a carriage. You know? You and all your friends, and they don't approve of me. But clearly you like me, and you're so worried about what everybody else is thinking, and you're acting like an idiot. Okay, hold on. I'm in here for a reason, clearly, because the song that just came up. I need a girl like you. That's funny. Come on. Maroon 5 is always giving me songs that are so apropos. I love Maroon 5. Okay. I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop hanging out with them motherfuckers you know don't like you. And you know what? It goes both ways. Why are you hanging out with these people that clearly don't like you? They're putting you down. They're making you feel bad about yourself, and you choose to hang out with them. Here, let's give this person airtime for a second. Vita Mahabir, I have no idea what you're talking about, and my dear, you talk too much. So I left it up. The reply. Then, my dear, rude and ignorant person, very simple. Don't listen. Okay. I just pull it off. I won't even give them airtime because that's what they want, right? That's what they want. They want the airtime, and as soon as you give them anything back, then they feed off of that. So here, this is exactly what's going on. Why are you hanging out with people who clearly don't like you? They're undermining you. They're making you feel bad about yourself. They're injecting their poison into you. They're trying to make you, point out all of your flaws. She freezes you with a glance. She's like a ice woman. You've got power to stand up. Pretty much you can laugh at them. And you need to realize that this is not how you truthfully look. You look like that. You shine like that. Pay attention to, and why are they around you? Clearly they want something. They're jealous of you. They're jealous. That's the problem. It's not that you're lacking anything. They're jealous. They don't want to do the work to get to where you are, right? It's like that person on the air chair that's kicking ass and doing flips. Look at that in reverse. If that person that was just starting couldn't do it immediately, I used to be this way. I won't even try it. If I'm not amazing at it, I won't even do it. Because I'm not going to embarrass myself. Wow, you think you're all that in a bag of chips, that everyone in the world is looking at you? Like the whole world isn't going around? Like everyone didn't have to learn somewhere? You're a poor sport, right? You need to be a good team player. Because clearly you're not. You are you are undervaluing yourself. So you have now started to become like them. Now, maybe this is what happened when you were younger, and so you became like this, and then you grew into that. You can change that. Everybody can change that. Right? We all can change that. But whoever this one is, like the one on my page, I'm not even going to respond. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to delete the comment. No one else can see it anyway. I already blocked it. But it wasn't that I was embarrassed that anybody saw that person said that. Maybe I'll just let it stand. I blocked the person, but I'll just let that stand. I think I'll do it that way. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Because maybe that's what they want, right? They'll say, oh, look, she's going to hide it. She's not going to want anybody to see that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So when this person tries to freeze you out or send out nasty words like this child just did on my page, right? Well, how are you going to handle it? And then when you stand up to yourself and they're like, who the hell do you think you are? My mother used to say that to me. I remember that. Who do you think you are? I think I'm me. And I like who I am. That's who I think I am. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I learn just like everyone else. But at least I'm not going to turn around and make somebody else feel bad about themselves to make myself feel better. I like who I am. I'm me. So I'm going to walk away from your icy grip, your nastiness. And the love that I have, that it'll melt any of the frost that you shoot my way. I choose to be different. I choose to live in a different way. And if you need to start giving yourself a hug, give yourself a hug. Just know that there are people that see you for who you truly are. And they love you. Allow that to happen. Allow yourself to get so much of that. Allow yourself to be hugged. Allow yourself to be given so much support that this just starts, anything that's happened from these ones just melts away. It's not your personal project. You know what? You don't have to take care of these ones. These ones have issues. And, they may never grow up. They may never see the truth of who they are. So, Take your own hand. Hug yourself. Be like my friend Gracie, my best friend's daughter, and radiate that love that you have in yourself out to the world. You be the light that you are. We've completely ignored that ice queen. She's done. See ya. Right? I'm not going to waste my energy on you. Seriously? A blessing to lift sadness. There we go. So we're asking for that. Oh my gosh, did you guys see my moth last night? It came into my house. It came into the light. And then it got scared, and I helped it outside. It was beautiful. The moth talks about, you know, anything that was hidden from you is about to be uncovered very clearly. There's all kinds of messages from moth. That's interesting that it came forward. 3. Full circle completion. So we're asking for a blessing to lift the sadness away from you. Look how beautiful you are. Don't hide underneath that cloak. Don't hide in the darkness. The moth is coming to the light. They see you. They see the light in you. You don't have to hide. You're beautiful as you are. The moth came straight to you as a light. So we're asking for a blessing on you. Any sadness that you have had in your life, any sadness that's settled around you, because that sadness that's gone through your body, it's made you feel bad about yourself. It's made you feel like life isn't worth living. It's time for it to move on. So we want you to breathe in happiness and love and light and rise up from the sadness that you've experienced and drop that cloak that's been so heavy that you've been weighing on yourself, and allow others to join in your life, and you join with others as well. Don't keep yourself away. Allow yourself to be blessed and lift the sadness away from you. Be like Gracie. I let the light shine on you, and I let the light within you shine. You don't even realize that look at that, you've cloaked so much of yourself, just that little bit of your light is still drawing the moths to you. It's how beautiful you really are. Wow, that's very touching. I love that message. I love that. You need to allow yourself to be loved. Okay, so we are going, So I've only picked 4. I've got one more. I've got the blue owl. The great horned owl. Hello, you sparkly. Look how much light sparkles on you. There's a shy one down below you. Okay. What can we do? What deck? Should we reuse one deck? I heard yes. Which one? Oh. I heard yes. But then I was given a different name. Maybe I'm supposed to go in and hear something. You won't ever be alone. Wait for me to come home. You won't ever be alone. Okay. Oracle of Shadows and Light. Sandy's going, yay! Oracle of Shadows and Light. This is a fave. Because we're learning to love the darkness within us, right? We're learning to bypass the darkness, realizing that when we have something in shadow, it teaches us. This is teaching me too. All of these things, it's teaching me how to react, right? Instead of react, be the action. Right? Just keep shining your light. Correct neutrality on all levels. The blue horned owl. And instead of sadness or depression on that blue horned owl, we will say there's truth coming from that blue horned owl. Okay. Whoa! Okay. You got to get tough. There's somebody's presence that we don't like. Well, we all know who it is, right? It's this one. We all know who it is. This one. We don't like you. We don't like your energy. Your energy sucks. Your energy is negative and it's caustic, and it's like I said, it's not my job to fix you. So Spirit's saying, okay, we don't like that person. We don't like the way that they're behaving. We don't like that energy. It feels crappy. It's not in my highest good. So Spirit's saying, we want you to stop being so nice. Stop being so welcoming of who you don't like, whose energy you don't like. Someone's pushing your buttons and you're not enjoying it. So Spirit's basically giving me my message. What was I supposed to say? Remember before? I said, well, maybe I'll just allow it to stand, or maybe I'll just ignore it. What should I do? Well, here's the answer. I love how quickly Spirit answers. You know, if you ask Spirit for guidance, they give you answers right away. So this is backing off from a situation or a person that's not in your highest good. Stop being so welcoming of what you don't like, right? And we've been overriding our instincts. We knew that there was something that's not right here. There's something that's off. So stop being so nice to these people that are pretending to be, but they're pretending to be your friend. What was the message? Stop hanging out with those motherfuckers who clearly don't like you. They're pretending to like you. They're saying flattering words, but they're taking whatever, they're just basically taking your energy. They're fucking with you. So right now the message is you may be shining so bright that you are not even aware of, that you're beginning to attract attention from people who basically are opportunistic. They want to fuck with you, or they want the light. They want to do something. So Spirit's telling you, send a warning. Spirit's stepping in basically and saying, we're going to send a warning. And we don't care if we look bad. Because your feelings are right. You know what you're supposed to do. Don't get involved and don't be bullied. Right? You need to tell someone to back off and give you space, because you're not liking them. You're not welcoming them. They are not your friends. And despite the fact that you've been trying to be kind and loving, that's what I've been doing with these ones, detach, because it's giving you grief. It's stressing you out. It's pushing your buttons. It's draining your energy. Right? You can be respectful. And if by that they think, okay, well, we're going to say something else because they like this, then you basically flip them the bird and say, you know what, peace out, get lost. You know, I'm not being nice. It brings me back to my friend Jake. He's a spiritual person. I don't know if he's in Hawaii right now or if he's in India, but he's a yoga guy, and he's young and he's brilliant. And he just does nothing but share goodness, right? And somebody came on and said something really, really, asked a question, but it was really nasty the way they asked it. It was kind of like what that person just did on my page, right? So here's my answer. I don't know what you're talking about, and my dear, you talk too much. Okay, so my dear was prefacing something nasty, right? I mean, you can say a kind word, but it's clearly sarcastic, and you're just a nasty person who has poor self-esteem, right? You're just a bully. And so Jake didn't answer. He just deleted the whole thing. And I said, why didn't you answer the question? And he says, look, you know what? I'm busy. I'm not here to fix this guy's attitude. I'm here to shine my light, and I don't need that negativity on my wall. And I thought, you're right, because this guy was young. Now, see, remember yesterday we were going to get, actually this was a reading I did for somebody. You're going to get counsel from someone who's younger. It's a younger person, younger than you. And you're thinking, it might be hard to swallow taking medicine from a younger one. I take medicine from my grandson all the time. I listen to him. So here's Jake. He's way younger than me. I think he was he was in his 20s. But this guy is pure light, right? He's nothing but goodness. He spends most of his time outside in nature. He lived in Hawaii, in the most beautiful place, and all he is about positivity. Now, he grew up in a very strong environment. He knows his sense of self. And here I am. Oh, I'm watching right now. I got to show you guys. There's a hawk. And there's 2 crows chasing the hawk. Okay? So the hawk is the messenger, the red hawk. Let's see if you guys can see it in a moment. And these 2 that are just on his ass the whole way. The hawk can fly higher. The hawk could turn around and wipe them out. But the hawk's being chased out because the crows are afraid that the hawk is going to take something of theirs. What could that be? It's these ones. This is the hawk. These are the crows. This one is getting attention. This one is getting something that they think they're entitled to. So they're chasing the hawk away. The hawk can just turn around, basically pick up the little pin and go, and you're done, right? But the hawk's like, please, you're not a threat to me. You're just go about your business. Go do your thing. Clearly, I'm a hawk, right? I'm shining the light for my father. I'm not going to worry about you. So now the crows come back. They're on their own. The hawk's flying high and above and gone beyond. I don't know if you guys were able to see it, but that was a perfect example right then. So Jake basically, he's like, look, I don't have time for this. If this person came to me and was looking for guidance and for help, that's one thing. But they're just coming to be nasty. And I'm too busy. And I said that too. I've got too many people that are actually here on this page that want to hear something, that are actually wanting to hear Spirit's message, and they don't mind if I talk too quickly. They're here because they're hearing the message. Maybe the delivery isn't what you want, right? But they're listening to the message. Sometimes that's what it is. You may not like the way the person delivers the message, but it's the message that's coming that you need to pay attention to. You don't have to like me. I don't really care if you like me. I'm doing my job, right? I'm flying high because I'm getting my messages from Spirit and I'm delivering those messages. How you take those messages is on you. So Jake just went, push the button, delete. Stop being so nice to this nasty little bitch and her nasty mother, right? Tell them to get the hell away. You're sucking my energy, you're pushing my buttons, and I'm over it. I got a job to do. And if you can't do it, Spirit says, we'll step in right now and we'll do it for you. But you need to realize that you're being way too nice to people that are literally opportunistic. So this is my message. Delete button, block. No response. Oh, I love this. Morghans' blessing of peace after battle. See these three crows? Okay, we're going to see these three crows. First is the ones that were beating you up. Look at how they're draining your energy. But you've got a thorn. Look at that crown that you're wearing. That's going to pierce. This is Spirit's protection on you. Peace, blessing after battle. Anything that comes at you right now, you've got a protection. They're not going to get to your crown. You are exhausted. Look at you. You can barely hold on. I don't even know if I can lift my head up. This has been going on for such a long time. I've been battling. I'm completely stripped bare. Everything's been taken from me. But now we turn it around. And these ones that were heckling you and going after you and attacking you, now these are the ravens that are coming in out of the void. These are magic and miracles, and these ones are protecting you. They are your shield. You can wear them as your shield of protection right now as you gain your strength and get your strength back, because yeah, you've been through battle. You've been through the ringer. 6 and 4. 10. The ending. It's over. This is the worst. Now it's the time to rebuild yourself. And you, look at you. You're drained. You're physically exhausted. You're emotionally, you're mentally just completely sapped. But you are wearing a crown wreath of victory. You don't feel like you're victorious. It's like me when I was in high school and I got jumped by that girl that was my best friend. She was my best friend, but she was jealous because somebody that she liked me. I didn't even like him, but she got so twisted that she had a friend lure me to a location. Hey, can you drop me off? Okay. I'm so innocent, right? I go drop her off there, and as can you come here for a second? I get out of the car. Next thing I know, I'm lying flat on my back. I got ambushed. I got jumped. The jealous girl that used to be my friend smacked me in the back of my head with a big bottle of Tyrolia wine, knocked me out. I woke up with her on my face, beating my face in. Every time that I would get on top, they would pull me off, her friends. And then they would get her back on top, and she'd be beating my face in. And finally, I didn't even feel the pain anymore. I started swinging back. All I knew was I was going to not go down. I was going to go down fighting. And in the end, she ran away into the house. And I'm standing there with a fistful of her hair in my hand. Found out, of course, I thought I was beaten. I was beaten. God, I looked like, and Scott, my friend, he came afterwards. He saw me leaving. And he said, you looked really bad. I had my whole forehead was swollen out. I looked like a freak. It was crazy. And on my other cheekbone, it was all busted up too. I was just destroyed. I wasn't a fighter. That wasn't the kind of person I was. I was wearing an Angora sweater and pearls. I was a girly girl, right? I wasn't that kind of a person. I wasn't a scrapper. I felt defeated like this. Stripped bare, humiliated. I'm at home the next day, and I get a call from my best friends at school. Where are you? Are you okay? And I'm like, no, man, I just had my ass kicked. Just like this is how you feel. I just had my ass kicked. And they said, what are you talking about? You broke her jaw and all of her knuckles. I'm like, what? Yeah, dude, man, she went to the hospital. And, I'm not saying I approve of fighting, but I do approve of defending myself. I got ambushed. So here you may sit thinking that they kicked your ass. You got nothing left. But you can hold your head up. You didn't do that. All those ones that were heckling, do you know that there were guys, a whole bunch of guys, all standing around me in a ring, cheering this one on as she beat my face in. But you know how she beat my face in? Because I was knocked out. They took advantage of somebody that wasn't able to defend themselves. That's a chicken shit. That's a poor sport. That is dirty sports. That is not being a team player, and that's the person that should be ashamed of themselves. I have no shame. I went to school right after that. With the fistful of hair that I had, I tied it on my antenna. That was my victory flag. I was proud to wear those battle scars. So you know what? You be proud to wear your battle scars. You were honorable. You are not defeated. You were able to hold your head up and be graceful. And maybe you didn't hold your head up the whole time. But you can now. And recognize that spirit is cloaking you. And we are giving you a blessing for peaceful times now. It's over. It's done. The worst has been done. They can't do any more. And you are barely hanging in there, but you are hanging in there. Your head is up. You are victorious. You're still shining your light. You're still beautiful, and you don't even see it. You are still that peaceful, loving energy. And you have a team that's come to support you. And Spirit's asking for now nothing but peace and blessings to come to you. You've suffered hard times. And we're asking that prosperity comes to you, peaceful road, and it will. You give yourself time to recover. You regain your strength. You be good to yourself. And you recognize that you wear that crown with honor. You have been honored by Spirit. You're getting a high five. I'm proud of you. I would never look down on you. I would never. I see the beauty in you. This is not beautiful. This is not beautiful. That's why I love to fight for the underdog. That's why I love to grab plants that are barely hanging on and fix them. Because I see the beauty in them. I see that there's strength. They're holding on. Those plants down there in that these ones, they were made for that, right? They were scrappers. Those are succulents. They don't need any water. But that beautiful hothouse flower that was thrown into that condition that they weren't used to, they were almost dead, but they were holding on. They were fighters. I'm going to show you. My landlord said, "Oh, throw it away. It's dead." I said, "It's not dead. It's not dead. I know how to make things come back to life." Not only was it not dead, it's freaking blooming. It knew. I saw it. And Spirit sees you. And look at the new flowers coming. Blossoms. And that's what can happen to you too. There's some parts that didn't make it, right? Some parts you got to trim away. The dead. Those are your lessons. Some parts didn't make it. So maybe your project didn't make it. But you're going to start again, and you're going to be better than that because you're going to be in the right environment. You're going to know where you can grow, right? This one does well in that heat, in the sun. But you're not like them. But does that make you less than them? No. That one doesn't have flowers. You do. That's it, you guys. I love this reading. I love it. Don't be afraid. You know what? And I would like to go and I would like to learn how to snowboard. I would. And I don't care. I don't have to be with, Speedy Gonzalez. See, that was the thing. We only had a couple days. It was expensive to be there. And I didn't want to spend any time wasting, learning how to do it. But I want to learn how to do it. I do want to learn how to snowboard. I bet my daughter would take me. And she's good. I wonder if she would be a good teacher. I don't know. My best friend was freaking awesome. She was amazing. She had horses. She had horses when she was growing up, and I always loved horses. And her mother had to go everywhere she went. Oh my God. Her mother was so overprotective of this one, and just to drive my friend crazy. But she was such a loving energy. I think I'm gonna contact her and tell her I've been thinking about her today. It's been a long time since I've talked to her, but she was so patient with me. I would never have learned how to ski without her. We have to have somebody that's patient with us, But she wouldn't have been patient with me if I had been nasty. If I had been, This was my Lily. This was my Liger. But something happened. Lily got spoiled and she became that. And I don't want her to be like this. So she needs to be taught a lesson. You don't. You've been taught. You've done well. You've been blessed. All right, you guys. I'm going to upload this. I love you.